Don't worry, there are no spoilers for Far From Home in this video. So, I wasn't exactly excited for this movie. I was definitely looking forward to it, but it was one that I didn't really know how I was going to feel about. I was looking forward to it. I really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and I like the cast in these movies, so I thought I would check it out and see if it was fun, and I had a blast. As far as I'm concerned, this movie was a home run. Not everything in here works, but the stuff that works in this movie works incredibly well. Basically, this is one of the funniest of the Marvel movies. I would put it in the top 5 or 6 probably. And all of the cast is on point. Zendaya, Tom Holland do a great job. And then Jake Gyllenhaal's character is used pretty well. I had some ideas about what was going to happen. The movie has a hard time keeping secrets from you, but they do ultimately do a good job of what they're trying to do and how everything plays out. They do a good job of making everything kind of work, and I can't say too much more about that, but I will just say that he did ultimately work in this movie, and this movie does very much feel like a classic Spider-Man movie. There's lots of elements of Peter Parker trying to balance his domestic life with his Spider-Man life, and how all of those things play out, and it works really well in this movie, and Zendaya and Tom Holland have great chemistry. They're both really good at playing these kind of awkward characters, and I thought that was just handled really well, and they just work really well together, and they have great chemistry, and they're just adorable, and I love them. And also, there's just lots of great comedy throughout this movie. Across the board, it is one, as I said, one of the funniest of the MCU movies, and also it's really well paced. There's also different things going on here, but they all are handled really well. There's this stuff early on when they first start on the field trip, and then things start to develop more, and just the way that it's all integrated works out really well. It doesn't never feel like you're spending too much time in one place, so I thought that was handled really nicely. And this movie doesn't have any particular element that makes it stand out above other MCU movies, but all of the elements that it has are just handled really well. And the reason that I came away really liking this one is just kind of the vibe that I got from it. It's the kind of movie that I just really dig, and I was very impressed with how everything fit together and the way everything comes together. And there's a couple of scenes in particular that were quite nifty. And just overall, this movie just, it just really worked well, all of these elements combined to make what I thought was, it's probably my second favorite Spider-Man movie, just behind Spider-Verse. It's all really well handled. There's so much in this movie that works, and I just love what they were able to do with this. Overall, I thought that Spider-Man Far From Home was really solid. There's so much in this movie that works. The comedy, the characters, the pacing, and everything just fits together really nicely and makes for a really, really enjoyable movie. And it's probably towards the middle of the MCU movies, which is a good place to be, because it's a great franchise, and this is a really solid movie, super engaging. I just had a great feeling coming away from this one. I found myself really just entertained by it, and the way that this movie ends, I thought was really a really good place to leave off, and make me and possibly other fans look forward to the next Spider-Man movie. And I thought everything in here was really well handled, and this movie was an absolute delight, and I'm going to give Spider-Man Far From Home a rating of 8 out of 10. Alright, so let's go to the folks. Far From Home, have you seen it? What did you think about it? I really enjoyed this one. It's just a really entertaining movie, and I really want to see it again very soon. So yeah, let me know what you think about this movie. And if you're interested in other movie reviews, I reviewed Toy Story 4. I have lots of TV reviews. This is actually only my second movie review. I barely do those, but I have tons of TV reviews. Chernobyl, Luther, Jessica Jones, lots of Doctor Who, Black Mirror, all that stuff. If you're interested. If not, that's totally cool. I just appreciate your time here today. But that's going to do it for now, folks. So thank you for watching. Take care, and have a lovely week.